There are places mentioned in the Quran that modern science still hasn't fully explained. Places that make even the most advanced researchers scratch their heads. But the Quran spoke of them over 1400 years ago. Are these just metaphors, or do they hint at secrets of the earth yet to be discovered? In this video, we're diving into 5 mysterious places on earth mentioned in the Quran. Places that continue to baffle scientists, spark debates among scholars, and make you wonder, how did the Quran know all of this so long ago? Stay till the end, because the last one will shake everything you thought you knew about our planet. All right, let's start with the first one. The barrier between salt and fresh water. Surah Al-Furqan and Surah Ar-Rahman. Imagine 2 oceans, one salty, one fresh, coming together, yet not mixing. Now here's the crazy part. The Quran mentioned this natural phenomenon over 14 centuries ago. Surah Al-Furqan, verse 53 says, "And it is he who has released simultaneously the 2 seas, one fresh and sweet and one salty and bitter, and he placed between them a barrier and prohibiting partition." And in Surah Ar-Rahman, he released the 2 seas, meeting side by side. Between them is a barrier so neither of them transgresses. Now science confirms this. When 2 bodies of water with different salinity and temperature meet, like the Atlantic and Mediterranean at the Strait of Gibraltar, they don't mix due to differences in density and a phenomenon called halocline. But how could a man in 7th century Arabia, who never sailed these seas, describe it so accurately? Coincidence or divine knowledge? The lowest point on earth, the victory of the Romans, Surah Ar-Rum. The Quran mentions a historical battle, the defeat of the Romans, and includes a very unusual geographical detail. Surah Ar-Rum, verse 3, "In the nearest land, but they, after their defeat, will overcome." The Arabic word used here is Adna al-Ard, meaning the lowest land. When this verse was revealed, no one knew what that actually meant. Fast forward to modern geology, and guess what? The battle took place near the Dead Sea, which is now confirmed as the lowest land point on Earth, sitting over 400 meters below sea level. There's no way Prophet Muhammad, sallallahu alaihi wasallam, could have known that. Even advanced civilizations back then didn't have the tools to measure elevations like we do today. Yet the Quran was spot on. The Land of Saba and the flood, Surah Saba. Next, we go to ancient Yemen, to the Land of Saba, where a massive dam once existed. The Quran mentions a sudden flood that wiped out a flourishing civilization. Indeed, there was for the people of Saba in their dwelling place a sign, 2 fields of gardens on the right and on the left. They were told, "Eat from the provisions of your Lord and be grateful to him." But they turned away from obedience. So we sent upon them the flood of the dam. In the 1980s, archaeologists discovered the remains of the ancient Marib Dam, confirming that a great civilization did exist there, and that the dam did collapse due to floods, causing massive destruction. The ruins still exist today, and the surrounding land shows signs of the kind of agricultural system the Quran described. Again, no Google, no maps, no archaeologists in the 7th century. Yet the Quran gives us exact historical and geographical details. The mountains as pegs, Surah An-Naba. Now let's talk geology. Have you ever wondered why mountains are shaped the way they are? The Quran describes mountains as pegs, stabilizers for the earth. Surah An-Naba, verses 6 to 7. Have we not made the earth as a bed and the mountains as pegs? Mountains don't just sit on the surface. They have deep roots underground, sometimes extending as deep as the mountain is tall. This concept was only discovered in the 20th century, when geologists started studying isostasy and tectonic plates. Mountains act as anchors, reducing the movement of tectonic plates and helping stabilize Earth's crust. This is exactly what the Quran said. Not only is the metaphor of pegs visually accurate, it's also scientifically on point. And remember, this was mentioned at a time when people believed the earth was flat. The expanding universe, Surah Ad-Dariyat. This one is the most mind-blowing. Surah Ad-Dariyat, verse 47, "And the heaven we constructed with strength, and indeed we are its expander." The Quran claims the universe is expanding. This wasn't confirmed until 1929, when Edwin Hubble observed that galaxies are moving away from us, indicating that the universe is indeed expanding, like a balloon being inflated. This concept changed modern physics and laid the foundation for the Big Bang theory. But again, how did a book from the 7th century know something it took scientists 1,300 years to discover? And here's the real twist. These verses are not in obscure or hidden parts of the Quran. They are right there, recited daily by millions. Yet, only recently have we started to see how deep their meanings go. But here's a challenge. Are we paying attention? The Quran is not a science book, but whenever it touches science, it nails it. That's something even non-Muslim scientists like Maurice Bucaille noticed. He wrote, "The Bible, the Quran, and science," and concluded that the Quran's descriptions of natural phenomena are strikingly accurate. So if these 5 places and phenomena were described so precisely before the tools to even verify them existed, what does that say about the author of the Quran? You don't have to be a scientist to be amazed. All you need is a curious mind. Whether you're Muslim or not, whether you believe or not, the facts are sitting there, clear, bold, and ahead of their time. May Allah give us a better understanding. Ameen.